Ammonia is the head of that DRS train right now, so just keep an eye on this. Frenzy has moved up to P8 as well. When do you anticipate Cam Ruddy and these medium runners making their pit stop there? Maybe lap 17, 15? Throw on the hards. Throw on the hards lap 15 or 16, actually. Look, I know I kind of already classified his day as a bad one, but Frenzy is up to P6, and he's on the back of Lister for P5, so he still has 23 laps left. If this guy's as good as you say he is, he's not out of this race. That penalty will hurt him, though. But I have noted he's made a lot of moves, and he looks good. So. Like two trailer park girls. That's about as excited as you get, huh? Yeah. I'm just playing, man. Some really good racing, though. Some really good racing. Unfortunate, I'm starting to see a lot of penalties pop up in this field, and that is something that happens at Austria as the tires start to go. And trust me, that last corner gets me. I'll usually finish a race with 6 seconds of penalties, all in that last corner. So being penalty free here is pretty key and important. This one, Canada, there's a couple of them. Mexico, you penalty free will oftentimes bump you up a position or two, or maybe more. Someone has to get invited back, get lagged out. Ooh. Oh, I don't have them. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna add him as a friend really quick, and if he accepts it, you sent it, okay. Oh, wait, I have him as a friend. Sometimes you don't even know who you got as a friend. Just a note to all those other commentators out there. It's important to have every driver in the race on your friends list, so if they do get lagged out, you can invite them back. And we got Monye sideways. He is not going to be happy. He drops positions. There was contact between him and Lahaiva. Or it might have been Oyster, because Oyster got away there. So now we got a caution. Cam Ruddy did make his pit stop, as I kind of anticipated, lap 15 or 16. He's on those fresh hards. So he's the first one to pull the trigger once again. We'll see what he can do there. And Manye is retired. Um, I think he just clicked retire. Yeah, it was. I'm so sorry about that. I had to just tend to a matter, but it sounds like you held that down. It's like Johnny, and yeah, Cam probably will settle in P3. We got Frenzy and Oyster here side by side. Oyster makes a move. Frenzy has that 3 seconds, so I don't know. He will battle hard with 5 laps to go, I assume, just because if maybe he feels he can build that gap if he gets by. But Oyster has been pesty this whole race. I don't know this guy, but he's just every time we go to him, he's in a battle, he's under attack, he's attacking. So he's had an eventful race. He's probably sweating buckets right now. To be honest with you, I it's kind of a boring pick, but I think it's Frenzy. Even if he drops to P7, which I don't think he will, I think he'll ultimately end up P6. I think he started at the back. He had some issues, some bad luck, and but that being said, he did it intentionally. So I don't like to give driver of the days to guys who started the back intentionally. I think it's somewhat artificial. So whoa, okay, so this changes everything, and this will put Oyster in P3, technically, you could say, my co host, because he has no penalties. Leheva has no penalties. So the biggest winners right here are Oyster and Mato, 100%, because now they are in the mix for a podium, where before they were 6 and 7. And Mr. Mickey G also no penalties in 10th place, so look for him to potentially put that thing up to P6 or 5, depending on his restart. But yeah, right now, Johnny and Cam. Cam is licking his lips as well because he had no chance at winning this race until now. Now he has a chance to win this race. I assume we're going to get one or two tops laps of racing. There hasn't been one at all yet, so it's going to take some time for the field. There hasn't been one, right? Did I miss it? There hasn't been one. So it's going to take a couple laps for the field to even get together. Not to mention it's got to do at least one. So I think we're going to get two laps of racing, but if we had one, I wouldn't be surprised. But two is my bet. What do you think? 'Cause that field is spread out. Well, it's one of those situations where I think they don't have Johnny has no penalties here. He's not going to lose that many positions. He's got quite a gap, so I don't think it's too risky for Johnny to do so. See, I reckon he's full air is full air staying out. Full air is staying out, so we'll see if he can gain anything out of this. He's not. He's not going to gain anything out of this. Cam Ruddy stays out. So we will see how many laps they end up racing will be huge here because the guys who pit are going to be flying, and if they have 3 laps to make moves, that's going to shake this whole race up. One, yeah, I was saying one or two before. Yeah. Yeah, we're looking at one, to be honest. Yeah, you're correct. I think we're looking at one. I don't think they'll catch up by this one. So yeah, we're looking at 1 lap here, and we are going to be watching Cam Ruddy. Now, Cam Ruddy's going to have full air between him and Johnny Stokes. I'm sure Cam Ruddy isn't thrilled that full air stayed out there. Oh, it is coming in this lap, so it's not even waiting for the field. So this, we'll see if Frenzy can catch up here. Will Frenzy be able to catch this lead pack? Because we know if he gets up there, he is going to shake it up as well. It looks like, is the game slowing him down, though? Will he be able to get there? Also, just to mention, this safety car will likely help anyone who might have been running out of fuel. Although most of these guys are pushing anyways this whole time. But just something to think about. Some of these races with no safety car, there's usually one or two guys who might be in fuel trouble. Cam's going to want to clear full air as soon as possible because he's racing Johnny here for P1. Full air has got 6 seconds worth of penalties here, so I mean, if I was full air, I think the best race etiquette thing to do from full air here would to not be battling Cam too hard, but maybe full air is in a constructor's fight. Maybe full air is going to contest his penalties. We don't know these things, so full air seems to be racing to the end. But the problem is, in that time, Cam has fallen out of the DRS. So full air definitely impacted that for Cam. We have Frenzy now making the move through. Now we have to keep in mind here, Oyster has no penalties. If he can stay within 3 seconds, he can move up here and make a nice jump. Shame he's got that penalty here, but Johnny would disagree with me. Again, now also to look at though, Cam Ruddy, will he be able to keep that 3 second gap to Stewie? Because that's the difference between P2 and 3, so that's a huge thing here to look at. It's right on the cusp. Right now he's slightly outside that 3 seconds, and he's also under attack, which will hurt Cam's chance here. Yeah, going too wide through any corner is not something Cam could afford right there if he wants P2. So Stewie now looks like he will hold on to P2. That's been a fantastic race. Austria, well done, sir. It will go. Congratulations. Great win by Johnny today. Great driving by Stewie as well, taking home the sprint. Fantastic drive. The 3 second penalty really hurt him. Awesome driving by those guys. Cam Ruddy, who nestled, it was Cam Ruddy who nestled into third, I believe. And, Frenzy got the driver of the day, but we don't like to give it to people who intentionally start at the back. I don't, anyways. Obviously, it is him. Obviously, it's him. Yeah, sure. But I want to show love to someone who got it in a more natural way because I think if Frenzy did his qualifying and all that, it might have been something like starting P2, finishing P1, P2, P3. So um, I could be wrong, but it sounds like he's pretty good. So we will. You know what? I don't know. It's Oyster. It's 2000. First of all, I didn't even care where he started. Yeah, he started 11th and went to P4. But this guy was under attack, under pressure, in battles all freaking race, and he avoided any sort of collisions. He kept it clean. He stayed focused. So even if he started P5 or P6, I would have given it to him, just because he put a lot of effort into that race. So it was nice to see him get up to P4. Just another special shout out to Mrs. CK, our favorite viewers, and I'm glad to see them in the points today. Double points, P8 and P9. So we always like to see good racing from them. And also, just before I sign off, shout out to Cam Ruddy. I you know he's just trying to get this league going. He's working hard at it. He's doing a great job of getting all these drivers. He has no problem filling these races, as you can see, but he is looking for committed full-time drivers. So if you're in my server or you know me, reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with Cam. The races are, I believe they're 5:30 Eastern time. I do the commentary. As you see, it's good racing. He runs it well, unlike some other commissioners around. And Yeah, shout out to everyone. Thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure. Had fun doing it with you. I think it's better we're up here than in those cars, eh? No, thank you for having me. I know this is your gig, so thank you. Yeah.